Um, Hello everyone again. This is Han. Um, I'm going to show you another video because, like I said in last video, I was thinking about doing another two videos. One for radio communication, basically having my buddy fake the ground control or apron control. But I'll think about, you know what? I already make like four videos. Why not just make another one? And this one is just gonna be a D portion, which is inside the airport, and a short introduction of all the taxiways, and we will be focusing on baggage shelter, the north parking, and Aeromac, which is gonna be a little bit complicated, I find. But we will start with the easy one. Um, which is going to be here at Air Canada base, as you can see, um, coming up to Alpha Charlie. And there are a few things I'm trying to talk about. So let's start with, where is it? Sorry, this software is just, sometimes the line is not very clear. So you're gonna really have to look for it. Alright, I didn't see it. So when you are trying to get into, now we're already on Alpha Charlie, but by the by the rules, before you got into Alpha Charlie, there's supposed to be a yellow dotted line right here, and with three lights, one in middle and one in left, one in right, and to kind of show you where is the border of that taxiway. And before you got into it, you have to call ground for access. And normally, when you are parking and calling the ground, you have to stop approximately one truck length in front of that line to call. I didn't see it, so I'll show you later. But in this game, you know, it's a game. It's a simulator. It's not the new thing, the real thing. So, and it's not a new game. They came out at 2014. So there's a lot of stuff is not so accurate. So as you can see, if we turn right here, you are going on Alpha, then runway 10-8, and we're going to start with here and just kind of taxi on Alpha Taxiway, and kind of like just showing you around. Like, my intention when making this series of videos is just to show you how it's like inside the airport, and it's a pretty, I don't know, pretty good 3D model, so a lot of things are looking like exactly the real thing. So let's see if we can get something from here. And you can see we just passed Air Canada narrow body hangar, and now you're on Alpha. Whenever you're inside the airport, you're trying to find the place you're trying to go. You're on the taxi line. It's pretty obvious because at all the intersections you're gonna have signs. Let's say here's uniform. You already can see the black sign with a yellow ladder is going to show you where you are on, and the yellow background with black line is going to show you where to go, or if you go there, what it is. And that's going to be whiskey, and next one is going to be Victor. And Victor's right here. That's Bombardier Global. And for now, we're going to cross the wrong way. And before we do that, I have a few things to show you. So when you are on the taxi line, when do you know you're approaching to an wrong way? It's gonna have a few signs. So the first one is gonna be that square red background with white letter sign showing you which runway it is. The second one is gonna be the two flashing amber light, double flashing amber light, also referred to wigwag light. Then it's gonna be this yellow and black dotted line with solid yellow lines, 6 of them. I think in the game it only shows 4, but it's actually 6 of them. And in most of the case, not this case obviously, there's gonna be big sign on the floor, on the ground. It's gonna show you which runway it is. So assuming we already have a clearance to across the runway to Romeo. And this side is gonna be the more general aviation or business jet side. Starlinks, Air Quebec, all the companies here, Enotech, Sky Service. Then, if you see on this side, once you crossed it, you have to clear the runway. You have to call the ground, tell the ground, clear runway 24 left on Romeo. And say, if now you're turning into Air Quebec, you have to clear Romeo on Air Quebec hangar. At Air Quebec hangar, sorry. Is it even just talking to my computer? I got pretty nervous. And you can see it's Romeo where we are on. And Lima. This is the Lima, by the way. So all the way here is Romeo. But once you're staring into here, surprise, you're on Lima. Then you can see on this intersection it shows pretty clearly, a big sign on the floor telling you which runway is it. And now we're going back to Alpha 1, I'm thinking about, just to use the runway 1028, show you a little bit more on this side, but not much on this side. And by the way, on my practical, I never been here. I've never been here. Like using the service road, yes, but never really used the Alpha taxi line. Only once going back to our Canada base, I think. We're going to speed up a little bit. It's a runway. It's pretty long here. And you can see even on runway, you can see all those signs and which taxiway is it. And you can see Alpha 2 is coming. If you go through here, it's going to be Alpha 2. We're going to use the next one. There we go, Alpha 4. You know what? Let's use Alpha 4. Alpha 4 is a little bit tricky. I'll pull up a little bit and show you where it is. Because on the side, you can see if you keep going straight, it's going to be apron. I'll show you in a bit. It's not very clear right by the way. Let's pass this stop sign and clear the wrong way right now. Okay, assuming I already cleared the wrong way. If I keep going straight, you can see apron is ahead. If I go left, so we already passed that sign, but this sign is gonna show you if you turn left, there's gonna be Alpha Mike, and if you turn right, there's gonna be the wrong way. Like once you cleared Alpha 4, it's gonna be the wrong way 10 to 8. Then it's gonna be Alpha, as you can see here. And so for Alpha Mike, it's pretty straightforward. And let's go on the apron and use the delta for a second. Just want to show you the relationship between here. And this is not really your steering every day. I'm just trying to show you, okay? Don't do this steering training or exam. You will get into trouble. And you are on delta right now. Let's go ahead and use the runway 1028, go to the other side and trying to start explaining the other side, the west side of the airport. I think I might cut this portion or just leave it. Let's go on that runway. And it's the same thing, like I said, it's pretty straightforward when you taxiing anywhere inside the airport. It's unlike the apron. You don't have a sign on this portion of the apron. You don't really have anything. You just have to really know it to know where it is. But once you're on the D portion, everything is pretty obvious. As long as you can read the sign, you know how to read the sign, and you got a little bit knowledge of the whole mapping, you should be very good. And the next one is gonna be Echo. We're gonna leave Echo here because here's just one small triangle and one big triangle. Once you know the relationship between those two triangles, you should be pretty good of that. I'll leave that portion for next section. Not next video, but later, until we taxi Bravo 2 Bravo and Papa Tango Quebec. And you can see that's Foxtrot, and this side is going to be Bravo 2. We're going to slow down a bit, and we'll be on that Bravo 2. Again, once you get rid of this line, you have to clear the runway. And once you got out of here by the rules, you have to clear Bravo 2 as well. But in this case, we're going to baggage shelter for our first stop, so we're gonna clear everything together. So we're going to hold short of the baggage shelter. Ground service 315 cleared baggage shelter, cleared Bravo 2 and Bravo at baggage shelter, or in front of baggage shelter. This road, like I said, is not pavement. That's why you need a little bit more power to get rid of that. And now we're on Bravo. And in here, if you turn right, you're going to the north parking. I do have difficulty when I trying to identify these two triangles. One is for India, and the other one is for Echo. And I'll show you later. Now we're just gonna go to Papa Tango Quebec. This is Bravo. We're going to speed up a little bit. It's a long taxiway. But during your training or exam, I highly should suggest you just do 70, 75 kilometers per hour. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. If you find there's one airplane right behind you, yeah, speed up a little bit. But in most of the case, there's not going to be any problem since the ground will never send you there if there's a heavy traffic. And we're going to slow down. Now, as you can read the sign, I'm gonna stop right after that runway line. Then right after we cleared the runway, you're going to see. Now, again, learn how to read the sign. You're on tango. If you're going straight, that's your tango. But if you turn left here, you're on Quebec. And if you turn right here, follow this line, then you're gonna be on Papa. And Papa Tango Quebec, there's one more special thing. Like, there's no magic trick when you really got onto it. There's just two things you need to be careful with. One is one of the, I don't think it's a theoretical question, but it is a question there. Like when they started when they're starting your practical exam, is which taxiway you can cross without asking for ground permission. And Papa Tango Quebec is obvious, those, because in here there's a service road. It goes across. It's those that road again. You can go across all of them using this service road. There's stop sign, don't get me wrong, but you can cross them without asking for permission. And other answers of this question is gonna be whatever taxiway you can cross on service road 630. So it's gonna be Juliet, Alpha Charlie, Alpha. No, not Alpha Charlie, but Alpha, then Alpha 4. And we're on here. The other side, there's an Air Transat hangar. It's on, like, it's next to it. It didn't. It's not there. It's pretty surprised me. Air Transat sign is not even on it. But on here, it's Air Inuit hangar. Then if you're going straight, wait, I think I got memory messed up a little bit. Then on the other side is going to be Inotech and Bombardier. And there's the second, that's a first point to cross without permission. And the second point, question, or say, very easy to got mistaken, is when you're trying to be on Bravo, you have to watch carefully because it's going to be your first turn, not the second. The second goes onto the wrong way straight forward. So you don't want to keep going straight here. You want to turn left to right here because that's your wrong way. And be very careful of that. Especially when you're nervous, when you're talking to the ground. Don't do wrong way incursion. Just be very careful of that. The next portion is going to be the two, one small triangle, one big triangle. Then we're going for Aeroman. We're going to speed up a little bit more and go find Echo. During my exam, this runway is like totally closed, so I got to practice on Bravo a lot. But I don't know what's gonna be, but I just hope when you having your exam there won't be too much snow, because snow or raining, you can't really see anything on the floor. Snow is just covered up, and rain is going to cause a lot of reflection, and that's just no good for the exam. And right here, we're on India. So let's go through the big triangle. No, the small triangle. Then we're gonna go through the big triangle. So now, as you can see, you are gonna be on Echo. You're on Echo right now, and you can go on India. So India, Bravo, Echo. That's the first. That's a small triangle I'm talking about. The big triangle is going to be including partially of the north parking, then runway 10-8, then Bravo 2, then Bravo, then Echo. When they are sending you to all the way Air Inuit hangar or whatever, they can send you from apron through Echo, then all the way to Bravo, or they can do they can send you Echo, runway 10-8, then Bravo 2 Bravo, then to Papa Tango Quebec. So just be careful of that. I made a mistake during my exam. No, not my exam, but my practice. So we're gonna go through the small triangle here. Now, as you can see, you're on India, and it's Bravo on both way. But once you are on Bravo right now, once you turn left here, it's gonna be Bravo 2 coming up, because Bravo 2 is the only taxiway connecting two runways on this portion. I mean, so this is Bravo 2, and it connects to the 24 right, 06 left, and 10-8. So now you're on Bravo 2, and if you got in, well, we're not gonna stop here, I'm just trying to show you. And if you go through here, that's the north parking on your left hand, right here, and that's a big triangle until Echo. So after this portion, I don't know if I said it clearly or not, but again, this is just to give you an idea how this looks like. The two triangle, once you got them pretty good, this portion you won't have any problem. Then we see Echo here. We're going to turn on Echo. Then we're going to use hotel, or India got into Aeromac. Now, as you can see, hotel is very short. Be very careful of it. If you go through here, it's just too close to there. And by the way, I don't know when are you gonna take your exam, but now this is winter, and you have to switch your frequency to Aeromac, which means you have to stop right in front of the line. Then you have to clear runway 10-8 and taxiway Echo, and clear those two on a hotel. Then you have to switch frequency and call Aeromac. And in here, you're going to call Aeromac 122.525. Then Aeromac, normally, they're gonna send you on north or south ramp, because they have their own system as well. They have 8 bays, I believe. I don't really remember which bay is it, but 8 bays or 10 bays, like maximum. But it's pretty big, and they might send you on south ramp. So you go south ramp, then you go to runway 10-8, then back to Air Canada base. And you have the second way as well. I'm gonna show you the second way, the service road there, because if you're going around the airport, then most of the time you're going to use the service road here until about this place. Then you're gonna call for clearance. Then you're gonna meet the taxi line. Then until right after the fire station, you have a service road, and that's gonna be the intersection, like going straight to Air Canada base. I'm gonna show you in a minute. And you can see the stop sign here. At Aeromag, it's the same thing as most of the places. You like right after the stop sign, you have to stop here. Service 300 cleared the icing pad on service road. Then, if you go straight, you go to Air Canada base. But now we don't want to do that, so let's turn around. And I'm gonna show you the north ramp, then the south ramp. I'm gonna turn around, and don't do this during training. If you did it, don't tell them who taught you this. So, thanks. And that's gonna be our Juliet, and you can see the temporary Juliet up ahead in real life situation. Now we only have Juliet Charlie. If you go straight, you're on Alpha, as you can see. Now you're on Juliet. You go left or right, it's Alpha, but you're still in partial of the runway 10-8. Why is that? I'll show you. Because this is the de-icing pad. It's not the Air Canada base Alpha Charlie, so it's a little bit tricky here. Because no matter how you're gonna go, now you're on partially of the Alpha, but it's actually a part of the runway. Because if you go through here, that's your runway. If you turn right here, that's your runway. So no matter you're going to Kilo or Juliet, you're always on that runway. So remember, when you got out of there, you have to clear the runway 28 or 10-8. That's my head, because I like to say 10-28. It's just feels like complete. And now we're on Kilo. You're only on Kilo. You're only on taxiway when you clear the runway. If you are still on the runway, you are not on the taxiway. So just remember that and be very careful of that. And for north parking, for central parking, is next to the you can see there's one airplane on central parking, because like I said, this video is just to show you around. And central parking, as you can see, is just next to the de-icing pad. It's pretty obvious. And north parking is next to the runway 10-8 and Echo. So let's say during the exam they sent you to north parking, and you went to north parking, you want to come to the icing pad, you can just cross taxiway Echo on India. That's it. On not India, sorry, on hotel. See, we have our marshaller here at North 6 Bravo. He's not giving me any sign, so I don't know. And this is your north parking. And if you look closely, on north parking there's vehicle corridor as well. So if you wanna drive around on north parking, use the vehicle corridor. You don't have to call the tower or anything. No, just go around, and when you are ready to go back, I have to look for it, because in the real life I do know where it is, but in the software in the flight simulator, it's not very clear. I can't see it. There's a service road around, like between Echo and Foxtrot, and you can go straight back to Apron by that. I think it's this. I think it's this road here. It doesn't look like it didn't draw out. I don't know. It didn't say, but if you look at your map, your study material, you're gonna see there's one spot, like there's one service road. If you following this vehicle corridor, you should be able to. Yeah, there we go. That's it. It's just it's not very clear. That's the service 300 road. So if you want to go back to Apron from North Parking, you're just gonna call the ground. You're on North Parking, going to service 300 road. You have to get onto service 300 before you call in the Apron. Then once you cleared the runway, here, I'm just gonna show you an example. Once you clear the runway, you declare clear the runway. Then you switch your. Then you pull up to the stop sign. That's gonna be bumpy. You pull up to your stop sign, and there's gonna be a sign on your right hand side saying switch frequency to mean Apron. Then you're gonna switch frequency, then call Apron. Apron service 315 on service road 300 to, I don't know where you want to go. Let's say East 3 parking. Then you're gonna go to there. Then you do a turnaround back to the vehicle corridor, then back to Arrow K. That's gonna be the end of your exam. I think I covered most of the stuff, and me and my buddy is gonna do another 2 videos about the fake radio communication transmission. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty tired now. I have to go get some sleep. Good luck on your exam. Hope you enjoyed it.